if they are true or not. Check this out and then we're going to talk.
When it comes down to faith, I'm skeptical about faith. I don't know.
Yeah, that bitch lying. I can let you listen to 4 hours of motherfucking tape. That bitch mama told her to go back and get some more motherfucking proof. I got that shit on motherfucking video and audio. I just trying to hold that shit because my daughter's in a situation. I got that bitch saying that on goddamn tape, video and audio. You can see her goddamn face saying this shit.
That's crazy as hell.
But I'm not messy like that. I just want my daughter out this shit. I don't want to get involved in that old dumb shit. That's between her and R. Kelly. But when you start threatening my daughter...
Name's is Tamara. I sent an email to the person who sent me the audio and they confirmed that Tamara is Tamara Simmons, an executive producer from the Surviving R. Kelly documentary with Lifetime. These allegations are all alleged. I cannot confirm or deny if they are true or not. Check this out and then we're going to talk.
From Mr. Gerald Griggs.
It comes down to faith. I'm skeptical about faith. I don't know.
Yeah, that bitch lying. I can let you listen to 4 hours of motherfucking tape. That bitch mama told her to go back and get some more motherfucking proof. I got that shit on motherfucking video and audio. I just trying to hold that shit because my daughter's in a situation. I got that bitch saying that on goddamn tape, video and audio. You can see her goddamn face saying this shit.
That's crazy as hell.
But I'm not messy like that. I just want my daughter out this shit. I don't want to get involved in that old dumb shit. That's between her and R. Kelly. But when you start threatening my daughter...
Name's is Tamara. I sent an email to the person who sent me the audio and they confirmed that Tamara is Tamara Simmons, an executive producer from the Surviving R. Kelly documentary with Lifetime. These allegations are all alleged. I cannot confirm or deny if they are true or not. Check this out and then we're going to talk.
I don't like that. I don't think that was fair. We've already punched this man. We already punched his head in. He booked, he charged. There's nothing left that this side can do. There's no more media. There's no more media. You know what I mean? Everywhere I turn, it's you. And you putting out, oh man, they got kicked out of the apartment. I know for a fact that that's not true. This shit is over with. Stop. Stop. Like, who the fuck want to come home to a bunch of mess? Like, stop.
My child is in the trunk, and they are okay. That's what I can tell you. That's what I'll tell everybody.
What I don't agree with was the media blitz that came out this morning from Mr. Gerald Griggs. I don't like that. I don't think that was fair. We've already punched this man. We already punched his head in. He booked, he charged. There's nothing left that this side can do. There's no more media. There's no more media. You know what I mean? Everywhere I turn, it's you. And you putting out, oh man, they got kicked out of the apartment. I know for a fact that that's not true. This shit is over with. Stop. Stop.
Committing suicide. My daughter, the suicide pact, everybody asks about where that came from. You know, ask about where a whole lot of this shit, this stuff come from. It don't come from false information. It come from me with real information. And it wasn't supposed to be put out there to play with because somebody want likes or anything. My daughter suffered from a depression from a situation similar. So I don't need nobody spreading negative energy saying, oh, this is... Some people like to post some of the things they do without thinking what they do. And some things that people do is more harmful than it is a solution, all for a few views and a few likes. If you want to make a post, make the post. If you're talking to the other set of family, please make the post for them. You know, all help is help. But please leave my daughter off your post. My daughter is not committing suicide. My daughter, the suicide pact, everybody asks about where that came from. You know, ask about where a whole lot of this shit, this stuff come from. It don't come from false information. It come from me with real information. And it wasn't supposed to be put out there to play with because somebody want likes or anything. My daughter suffered from a depression from a situation similar. So I don't need nobody spreading negative energy saying, oh, this is Some people like to post some of the things they do without thinking what they do. And some things that people do is more harmful than it is a solution. All for a few views and a few likes. If you want to make a post, make the post. If you're talking to the other set of family, please make the post for them. You know, all help is help. But please leave my daughter off your post. My daughter is not committing suicide. My daughter, the suicide pact, everybody asks about where that came from. You know, ask about where a whole lot of this shit, this stuff come from. It don't come from false information. It comes from me with real information. And it wasn't supposed to be put out there to play with because somebody want likes or anything. My daughter suffered from a depression from a situation similar. So I don't need nobody spread negative energy saying, oh, this is... Some people like to post some of the things they do without thinking what they do. And some things that people do is more harmful than it is a solution. All for a few views and a few likes. If you want to make a post, make the post. If you're talking to the other set of family, please make the post for them. You know, all help is help. But please leave my daughter off your post. My daughter is not committing suicide. My daughter, the suicide pact, everybody asks about where that came from. You know, ask about where a whole lot of this shit, this stuff come from. It don't come from false information. It comes from me with real.
Nothing more than a common criminal who put false charges on people because she's been doing it all my life. She's been putting false charges on me all my life as soon as I do not cooperate with her. Asante McGee is good at this because she's been honing this skill for years. She actually put her mother incarcerated.
Asante McGee, this woman right here with the braids, she comes up to speak about her experience with R. Kelly. Now that's her boyfriend behind her. Well, her ex-boyfriend. He is the one in the audio talking with her daughter, and they both are saying that she's lying on R. Kelly. Not only are they saying she's lying on R. Kelly, they claim that she's actually working with the Savage parents and that they actually coached her on what to say and how to say it. And when you watch the press conference, guys, it does appear that Joycelyn Savage's father is coaching her on what to say. You can see that she's answering questions and then Joycelyn Savage's father is in the background telling her what to say. Okay, so you can hear someone say, how long were you with R. Kelly? And then when you look at Joycelyn Savage's father, he goes, 3 years. Like he says it real low. He goes, 3 years. And then she says 3 years. And then the reporter says 3 years. And then Joycelyn Savage's father goes, yes. And then Asante says, yes. She literally copies what he tells her to say. And then the reporter asks, how did you meet him? And then she goes, And then Joycelyn Savage's father steps in because he knows she don't know what she's supposed to say next.
We're gonna step in for a minute. Yes. I want to answer the majority of the question.
Hi, my name is Ezriel Clary. Hi, my name is Joycelyn Savage. Sorry. Philippe is playing with his squeaky, so if you hear that, that's what's in the background. But we actually just read an article saying that we were evicted from the Trump and saying that, you know, we were under emergency living and all kinds of stuff like that. We just wanted to let you guys know that that is not true. We are here. We are at the Trump. I'm going to show you guys actually our view so you guys can know it's real. It's Grammy's back there, you know, so yeah, we're here at the Trump. And, you know, Joy's parents are all over social media. Yeah, they know where I'm at. Yeah, we've been here at the Trump, you know, we've been here for years. We move freely, we come and go freely. We actually just left out this morning, and nobody said anything to us. You know, no one stopped us, no one, you know, harassed us or anything like that. So, we just wanted to clear that up and let you guys know that that is fake news, and do not believe everything that you hear. Other than that, we want to say thank you to all of Robert's fans. We see the support that you guys are showing him all over social media, Twitter, Instagram, everything. We see you guys going in, and we are just so thankful for the prayers, for the love, for the support, everything that you guys are saying and doing and trying to do to help him. We are just so thankful for it, and we love you guys for it. Thank you so much.
I'm just here to tell the truth, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. I know this dude personally. I know Jocelyn Savage daddy, Timothy Savage, personally. I used to sell cars with this guy. So I know he lying.
What made you want to come out with the story?
Because he tearing another black man down. Tearing him down, bro. Slander. Extortion. At the highest.
So you saying all this is a lie?
A lie. The biggest scam of them all, bro. I'm just gonna be real with you, bro. I'm not protecting nobody. I don't know R. Kelly personally. I don't have a vengeance against Tim. I don't have a vengeance. I don't know Jocelyn. I don't know nobody, bro. But I do know one thing, bro. That this a case of extortion, bro. From I don't know Jocelyn.
Angelo's quest to recover and reunite with Azriel finally came to an end.
This is my baby right here.
He reunited with his daughter, and they immediately began to repair a strained father and daughter relationship. Azriel, at the time, seemed to still hold on to a resentment built on everything she had just gone through.
I think we still have to address the elephant in the room. We haven't really taken that time, to do so.
It's not about what the world thought it was about. It was about me getting relationships with my daughter, getting the understanding that she was good. Through all the back and forward, the talk, the media, everything, you got painted a picture. So what I needed was confirmation from my daughter.
I understand that, and I respect that completely. But I feel like for me, where it was so hard for me and why I continue to not have communication with my family is because this Lifetime documentary stuff just happened within the last 2 years. And then out of nowhere, these last 2 years, you hear, oh my God, this is happening. Oh my God, that is happening. I just feel like, how can you be oblivious to the years that I was okay and just snap, oh my God, I need to know where my daughter is at, she's this, she's that, I need to make sure she's okay. Like, I've been okay for 3 years prior. That's where I drew my line, because at that point, I was an adult, and at that point, I felt like I was okay. So to believe something like that, so extreme, so bizarre, so outrageous, I just couldn't even fathom my parents believing something as bizarre as that. I just really couldn't.
And that's fair. But what you gotta understand is, we haven't talked to you after 16. That's when you graduated. That's when things went blank.
It didn't go blank, but communication slowed down, because at that point I was an adult.
Exactly. There was never no black communication. I could show you text messages over and over.
But that's to him.
To him, to your phones, to everybody's phone.
And I would call you guys.
No, I have received on an Apple. I don't have an Apple phone too.
I would call you guys. Don't paint no picture. Like, I have not talked to you guys in over a year, because I would call you guys 4 or 5 months at a time. And when I would call you guys would be yelling. You guys would be cursing me out. Mommy would be yelling at the top of her lungs. And so what I would do, I'd say, okay,
I'm going to give you about 4 or 5 months. And then hopefully you just miss me so much that you just want to talk to me and your arms are open. And eventually it got to that. Unfortunately, it took a little bit longer than I anticipated.
Yes. As a parent, guess what if you did it for 4 or 5 months and we ain't hear from you? How do we know?
Okay, so let me ask you this. Before graduation, I was not even checking in every day then.
Yeah, well, as I talk to you, you'll be like, Dad, I'm busy. I'll call you back. It was no more. You wasn't talking, but you was texting. And if you free, you'll call me. Hey, Dad, what you doing?
But I didn't do it every day. Now, don't paint no picture like I did every day. Now, maybe like once a week, once every 2 weeks or so.
I didn't have to call you every day. I talked to you.
So why, when I become 18, 19, 20, 21, I gotta check in with y'all every day?
Where do you get that from?
Your wife. This is what you don't understand.
What?
Your wife called me, my mother, saying, oh, there's a lot of rumors going around. I need you to call me every single day. I need to hear your voice every day. I need you to check in with me every day. I said, first of all, I haven't been doing that for these first couple years. So now that I'm an adult, I'm definitely not about to check in with you every day. And that's what started it all. Because of her pride and my pride.
So what does that have to do with me?
You're attached to her. That's your wife. That's your wife.
So I became the enemy with your feud.
Because when I would talk to you, you'd be young too.
No, because if you saying your beef was with your mother, then you said, oh.
I feel like it was with both of you guys because, like I said, both you and her, when I would call, it was nothing but arguments.
I was never present with you and your mother. I was never present with you and your mother, so I never knew when you and your mother talked. What I did was found out when your mother told me she talked to you and y'all argued or whatever, and I would call you. And you would have the same attitude you want her left with towards me.
Yes, I would.
Okay, but I didn't have anything to do with that. So therefore, give me a chance to pick what side I'm going to be on, who's right and wrong. You came at me aggressive because of you and her.
This is not it, because I know your wife confides in you, and I know she's going to explain it to you.
Exactly. But she's not going to give me everything, evidently.
So, as you can see, the elephant still needs to be addressed.
But this the thing.
Which will be addressed.
What I'm telling you is don't merge us. Like I never merged you. See, I could have been one of them parents that just fell victim. I made sure you stayed in a certain right. Because was you missed? Yes. I know that how much you love your father. So for me not to talk to you for these terms and these times, it's a problem with me. I don't need to talk to you every day, but I need you to check in and let me know, hey, Dad, I'm fine. So when it comes to me having to track you and run and travel and do all this, it's a problem, man. Especially when I talk to your better half at that time. He'd make it seem like it's a game. And you ain't gonna play games with me, with my child. So the difference was with him, he wasn't dictating that to you. So that's where me and his war started. If he was dictating it to you, you could have put it off by calling me saying, hey, Dad, it ain't like that, I'm good, this and that.
I'm going to be completely honest with you. Robert would ask me to call you guys, and no matter what city we were in, he would say, is this your father's number, or is this your mother's number? And it would say, call me. And I would say, yes, that is my father's number. And he's like, you need to call him. And I would say, I'm not going to call him. Because at that point, the only thing I get is bickering every time I pick up the phone. So if I can avoid it, if I can enjoy myself in this nice little penthouse while we in New York for the weekend, I'm going to enjoy my weekend. It was very suffocating because I was an adult at the end of the day, period. And like I said, I'm not obligated to answer anyone. I know that you are my father and I love you dearly, but if I was a homeless person on the street right now with a cell phone and I did not want to call you, I would have that right. Now, would it make it right? Probably not. But I am obligated to that right if I don't want to.
But me as your father, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to hunt every street, every corner, every curve, every bridge until I find you. Because
I feel like I'm looking for hope. It's very hard. I've spent my last years with this man, so it's not something that I can just turn on and off. It's devastating. I feel like I'm a very intelligent, smart, bright 21-year-old. I'm definitely young, but I'm very mature in spirit. And I just feel like, anyone who thinks that I'm brainwashed and not, smart enough to make my own decisions. I just feel like that determines how, their mentality. That's not something I can control, but I know that I'm very smart and I know that I'm intelligent. So, Rob, our last conversation that I had with him in Chicago, he inspired me and told me, Bear, just do what you want, do what makes you happy. He told me to continue to pursue my dreams, pursue whatever I want to pursue. And that's really all that I would be able to do. It feels like a high. I mean, it feels like, you're in love, you're happy to be in love, and you feel like no matter what you go through with this person, it's worth going through because there's no other person you would want to go through this with. And that's with, you being in love with whoever it is. Not just me and Rob personally, but that could be any other person's relationship. You just feel like no matter what, the good or the bad, you want to go through it with that person. I feel like, truthfully, all of the women that have been associated with Robert, I feel like this is me personally. Once they saw him as a celebrity, not as a human being. They did not meet him at church. They didn't know him no which way, except for as R. Kelly, whether they saw him at a mall, whether they saw him at a movie theater, whether they saw him at a park, whether they saw him at a show. And so, no matter what, all of them met him as a celebrity. And they were infatuated with that celebrity. And because of that, I feel like a lot of them just dated him because of that. Because of who he was, because of the life that he had, because of the life that he could provide them. A lot of them talk about how badly they were tortured, but can you talk about the shopping sprees? Can you talk about you keeping your hair and nails done? Can you talk about all the great times that you had dinner and was spending money and was splurging and was so happy? Because one thing about Robert, he has a very giving heart. And there is no way at all whatsoever that he is a celebrity and he's not giving them a penny to enjoy themselves. And that's where I get so upset because as a celebrity, he has no reason to keep you kidnapped or keep you tied up. He just has no reason to do that when he can allow you to move freely, take care of you, and still, at the end of the day, whatever will happen, So for people to just say that, I was just kidnapped or I was tied up, I couldn't leave, I couldn't do this. It's like, what about the good times? I know there were good times.